Warning: please note that some viewers may find some footages of this report disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. She was drugged and raped.
The day he raped me was the day he took everything away from me.
This led to a pregnancy that will put her entire life on hold for the next 2.5 years, while struggling with a deformed baby with multiple holes in the heart. What justice can Folakemi get?
When she was pregnant, he was apologizing, and I think he now mentioned that she should try and go for an abortion.
Meet Folakemi Ogunsusi, a 28 years old orphan who's an undergraduate at the National Open University studying international relations. While on her way to becoming a diplomat or an expert in international relations, Folakemi makes a living for herself by running errands for people and providing surprise packages while also teaching college children online. She does all of these while still catering to her daughter, whom the doctors say has a medical condition characterized by several holes in the heart and a severe physical deformity. For Folakemi, her whole world came crashing down when she encountered a young man whom we will simply refer to as Mide in the printing business she had contracted to provide printing services. Mide will later turn out to rape and impregnate Folakemi.
He came to school that day, and that was the first time we are going to encounter. And he said he does graphic design and he does logo. So I said, okay, that's fine. I've been looking for someone who will help me do my logo. So I gave him the job, and it was really good. And I paid him. I referred more people to him. So fast forward to our incident. So I called him that Alpha, please, I need this job. So he said he's not done with it. Over a month and a half, you're not done. And it's not as if I'm owing you any pain. So I told him that, okay, let's meet at T Junction. And he said, no, he's not done. I should come over to his house. I said, okay. At first, going there, I didn't really have any mentality, maybe he's going to do anything or such. So when he saw my whole attitude and body language, he said, Folake, why are you angry now? I said, I've given you this job for a while. He said, okay, will you take anything? I said, I'm not taking. And he was like, you're still hungry. He went out, he brought Fanta. Looking at it, I said, okay, to tell you I'm not angry, I took it. I took it halfway, and not like, it's not even up to 10 minutes. All my body system, and I was just feeling lightheaded. I told him that I feel like sleeping, and I just want to go home. That was the last thing I remember. But as he was trying to have sex with me, to say, I could not shout. I felt because I was not totally unconscious. I felt someone was having something with me, and I was trying to, as if I was trying to push, but I'm weak. And I got home that day, and it was a tricycle that took me home that day. I just went home and I slept off. In the morning, I was not like, did Olamide make advance at me, or did anything happen? I called him, he denied it. He was telling me maybe I'm the one thinking it, that nothing happened. He said nothing happened. A month later, I found out I was pregnant. I told him that, see, I'm pregnant though, and you know I'm in a relationship, right? He said, and go and do what your mates are doing. I was like, what are my mates doing? I don't know. Get rid of the child. I'm not responsible. I felt bitter, and I said no. So at a point, just to save the shame and whatever it is my family were going to say at a particular point, I tried to get rid of it at once, and it didn't go.
In an attempt to get rid of the unwanted pregnancy, Folakemi contacted a doctor who offered to take out the pregnancy, only to be left with a botched or incomplete abortion. The results? This baby, with multiple holes in the heart and several severe physical deformities, leading to the inability to walk, talk, and breathe properly.
I told the doctor that, okay, I was raped, and the doctor was like, okay, they should set up the theater and everything. So he said, okay, what you're about to do, the procedure is called DNC and stuff like that. I said, okay, no problem. To be sincere, I saw whatever it is they packed out that day. That day I cried.
Folakemi speaks of her life since after giving birth and her travails of having to live with a baby with very huge medical needs.
The day I gave birth to this child, they called in and he admitted that he did it, but they should apologize to me. They said, yeah, the guy said he wanted to do wedding, that he doesn't want any disturbance. I said, okay, it's not that I'm disturbing him, or it's not that I'm asking him to get married to me, but he should just take responsibility for the child. 4 months after my baby's birth, she was not getting the actual weight she ought to get, and she was not breathing well. She was not even feeding well. So we had to take her to Randu General Hospital. She was being diagnosed with hole in the heart, and since then we have been taking her in and out of hospital and trying to see how she could get surgery done.
Folakemi blames herself for her predicament and sometimes attempts to take her life and that of her baby.
Well, at a point, I felt the abortion was partially responsible because I had to call the doctor. The doctor said, does she have any deformity? I said no. Despite the fact that she wasn't feeling well, that I noticed after 4 months, I wasn't nice to her. I wasn't. I can beat her ass. And at times, I remember I slapped, I really I beat her that day, and I slapped her. There was blood clot on her face. At times, it's hurt me, and seeing her condition also, it's something that kind of break me apart.
After chatting with Folakemi, we tracked down Mide, who is now one of the top-ranking staff of the school where Folakemi once worked with Mide. The followings are excerpts from my confrontation with Folakemi's alleged rapist, Mide. You know Miss Folakemi?
I know. We are friends, and actually as colleague, and she's a female, I'm a male. And as a normal business partner, I don't know her motive based on me as colleague, and my motive based on her. We are adults, we are matured, and anything might come along with each other. As a colleague, based on colleague and work with each other. So with interaction of work with each other, we actually deliver work to each other. Like she need my service in graphics line, I deliver it to her. I also need her service in cake she produce, also I deliver it to her. There are cases where maybe she has surprise to deliver. We walk around the team and get more team to join us and we deliver together.
That's all you know about her? Is that all? You never had a relationship with her?
I never had.
You never had a relationship?
What I just had with her is friend. Right. And as friend is, anything can come up around each other.
Anything like what? Did you sleep with her?
Sir, I have said that as friend, anything can come up.
Oh, so that means you slept with her?
Yes.
You slept with her.
And one more thing again is, One more thing again is, in case you don't know, I never go to her house. She came to my house.
Okay.
Since she came to my house,
Yes.
sir,
Yes.
I never go to her house.
Yes.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
Since she came to my house, I never go to her house. And since our conversation towards this was not like I forced her to come to my house. As I have said earlier, she's mature and mature. Since it's a mutual agreement between us, maybe after some months, I heard she was pregnant and she delivered.
But she consented on that day for you to make love to her.
She never.
You say she consented.
Sir, I am not an English teacher.
No, you said she gave her consent that since she came to your house, that it was a consent.
Sir, I have never.
I would ask if you ever apologized.
I did.
That was where I was going to get.
I did.
If you ever said you're
I
sorry
did.
for that.
I swear to God, I did. I did. My last word I dropped with her is, if I have done this, like if you are saying I am truly responsible for this, I am sorry. Even the friend called me and was like, apologize. And immediately I called the number back and I was like, I want to speak with her. I just put it on speaker because I was hearing some background voice. And I said, if truly you said I did this, I am sorry.
With this recording in hand, threads of messages between Midday and Folakemi, baby Grace with multiple holes in the heart, and a severe case of physical deformity, all was set to bring our findings to the public and help in the prosecution of Midday. Our next stop was the hospital of the doctor who attempted the abortion on Folakemi. We approached his office, disguised as prospective clients, looking to get an abortion.
A few things. What the possibility of my girlfriend, who has she's pregnant, and we're trying to see if we can take it out. Or somebody who gave me your contact.
I didn't know he's having problem. I can say my brother to rescue her life. You understand? But nothing happened to the baby, nothing happened to the child. That's, I don't know it. But if you are telling me that she's having problem now, for the sake of saving life, I definitely wrote down and say, go and bring her one.
Well, she was raped anyway. The pregnancy is not.
There's no other explanation.
Before piecing all the information we had together, we decided to make one more stop at Folakemi's apartment for one more chat. At the apartment, we met with her sister, Tolu Samuel.
She told him that what he did or something like that, he wasn't right or something, and he was now saying sorry, he's very sorry. So I think the point she found out when she was pregnant, he was apologizing, and I think he now mentioned that she should try and go for an abortion. He was more or less defensive because I had to keep on hammering. Okay, explain to me. You're telling me something is mutual. For something to be mutual, meaning that both of us agree, right? Are you guys in a relationship? No. You said she came to pick up some items, some jobs that you did for her. So I came to pick up a job. Please make it make sense to me. I came to pick up a job, and the next thing we just agreed that we want to have sex. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so why are you apologizing exactly? Why are you apologizing? He was just beating around the bush. He wasn't coming direct.
Yes, like immediately that 2022, I called him. I don't know that, okay, this child is sick. And please, hope it's not as a result of the DNC you performed. It was like, is the child having any deformity? Or maybe one eye is like that. I said no. I said then it's not the DNC.
After the interview, Folakemi tried again to call the doctor to see if she could get him to admit that his attempted abortion must have been largely responsible for the medical condition of baby Grace.
Hello, doctor.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir. Sir. Yes, sir. Yes. kí ló ti ń pè mo gbé ọmọ mi lọ hospital nsìn. So I was trying to discuss with some of the doctors right now because they said she has hole in the heart. Then there's another internal like deformity. So mo fẹ́ mo fẹ́ confirm pé ṣé it's not as a result of the D&C. Kí lẹ sọ? No. Gunshot.
Yeah.
Okay. So but kí ló lè fà?
Yeah, all those ones all those scenarios if you just take care of it, that one has gone.
The day he raped me was the day he took everything away from me. My job, my happiness, and my self-esteem. Because currently when I look at myself and I look at others, apart from giving myself the confidence that I can still do it, I felt someone has taken a whole lot from me. So saying everything, I looked at it that my whole dream went down the drain.
On Tuesday morning, 26th of November, only 4 days after our last visit to Folakemi's apartment, at exactly 10 minutes past 7 o'clock, we received a call from a frantic Folakemi who was calling from the hospital where her daughter, Grace, had been on admission, having suffered a terrible case of infection a day after our last interview. Her voice buried under her cries, in between prayers and wailing, Folakemi managed to say that the baby was not responding and doctors were battling to resuscitate her. From the noise in the background, one could tell it was a chaotic scene where she was. That call lasted for 2 minutes and 59 seconds. 18 minutes later, another call from Folakemi will reveal the confirmation of the death of baby Grace, Folakemi's baby. Cause of death, heart failure. Time of death, 7:15 a.m. Age, 2 years, 7 months. In a collaborative effort with News Central TV and Olumide Omosibi of the Genesis Help Initiative, Mide was eventually arrested on 27th of November 2024 by police detectives from the Sexual and Gender-Based Violence Unit of the Lagos State Criminal Investigation Department, Banti. The coming days will have him face the full wrath of the law as he gets his day in court. In Nigeria, there are multiple laws that punish rape offenders, including the Criminal Code, the Penal Code, and the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act, with the minimum punishment for rape being 12 years and the maximum being life in prison. With rising cases of rape and gender-based violence in Nigeria, advocacy groups continue to call for stiffer laws to punish offenders and deter others, such as capital punishment. But while that is yet to happen, the fear is that these cases will continue to rise, leaving several scars on the victims. For Folakemi, one can rightly say her rape case leaves her with not just a scar, but the bitter experience of having to lose a baby after several traumatic years of battling a severe medical condition. With Mide now arrested, she hopes to find some justice for her rape and the death of her baby. Marshall Anthony Onoye for News Central.